Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. So we've got Bitcoin on the chart right here, and doesn't look like too much has changed in the last 24 hours. You know, over the last few months, this has been quite a quiet period for most of the crypto space. All because everything is following Bitcoin at this moment in time. We saw a lot of volatility at the beginning of the month, and Bitcoin price is slowly starting to settle down, now hovering at around 31,500 per BTC. We are seeing the same kind of thing happening for the rest of the cryptocurrency market. This is XRP trading right now just shy of 26 cents. So a downtrend yesterday, and now we're seeing that mini move up here. And you guys can see, let me just bring Bitcoin back. It's mimicking the Bitcoin trend, the down move here and the uptrend. I'm looking at this obviously on the micro level on the hourly. So just kind of giving you guys a sense of where we are, at least for the majority of the crypto market. But I do have to bring this up because I find this interesting. This is Dogecoin on the hourly. And look at that move. Now, some people are saying that Dogecoin is now the new target of Wall Street bet investors. Yeah, you know the ones who bet on GameStop and really pumped that stock price. Let me just bring up GameStop real quick. This is what happened with GameStop here. I'll put it on the weekly to show you guys those weekly candlesticks. Basically, they wanted to sass short sellers on Wall Street, and what they did was they gathered in Reddit and pumped the stock. If you guys don't know that story, I'm going to be doing a video this afternoon talking a little bit more about this GameStop phenomenon and what it could mean for cryptocurrency. So I want you guys to stay tuned for that. Nevertheless, this is Dogecoin, guys, and some are suggesting that we are seeing the same kind of thing happening for Dogecoin. This is not confirmed information, but over the past week or two, Dogecoin has risen in price quite significantly. Just to put it out there, I got this from the Cryptic Poet. Ripple partner PNC Bank announces definitive agreement to acquire Tempest Technologies. So more great news for Ripple and XRP. Of course, we know their partnerships keep expanding around the world. This is going to create more demand for the XRPL. So PNC Bank NA today announced it has reached a definitive agreement to acquire Tempest Technologies Inc., a leading payment gateway provider that delivers secure and innovative payment processing solutions for businesses of all sizes. The acquisition of Tempest Technologies, which is subject to legal close, will expand PNC Treasury Management's robust payment platform, enabling corporate clients to manage payables and receivables through a single channel spanning all payment rails. And you guys know PNC Bank, of course, embraces blockchain and joins RippleNet. This from back in September of 2018. So this is not new news. They have been a partner for a while, and it's great to see these partnerships grow because we know eventually this is going to be the network that many of the big players are going to be using in the financial system. And that's what's going to create that demand for XRP, ultimately creating price to go up. We're seeing it in GameStop, for example. Demand for the stock was at a low. Let me just bring this back up because this is just crazy. Demand for that stock was at an all-time low for over a decade, okay? It reached its peak in 2007, and it was trading at $4 as early as August, and then finally these Redditors allegedly pumped this stock up to almost $350 per share. So whether artificially or organically, demand grows, and this is what causes price to rise, of course, and this is why it's important to keep tabs on, if you are an XRP investor, to keep tabs on the types of partnerships that are occurring in the space. So I wanted to thank the Cryptic Poet for posting that. Another one here from the Cryptic Poet, Ripple partner Currency Cloud and Oanda team up to deliver a new international money transfer service to companies in North America. So more great news here. A global leader in online multi-asset trading service and currency data and analytics, Oanda, just joined forces with Currency Cloud, a leading provider of B2B embedded cross-border solutions, to deliver a new international money transfer service to companies in North America. This is called Oanda FX Payments, and it is a new solution that has been made possible through a joint collaboration with Shift Connect. Oanda FX Payments enables corporate clients to make cross-border payments in 35 countries quickly and easily through a safe and reliable online program. The solution helps companies reduce the cost of international transactions while hedging their currency risk and protecting their bottom line. Featuring a streamlined user experience, the platform also offers clients a completely personalized customer support service. And Currency Cloud, we know they announced their partnership with Ripple to process cross-border payments on RippleNet. So again, another partnership here, making waves, creating their own partnerships, and the web eventually grows out. Brad Garlinghouse has mentioned this. We need to have a robust network in order for it to function correctly. And he uses that first telephone example a lot. If you were the first person with a telephone, well, that network isn't very very useful, but as soon as more people got telephones way back when, that network became more useful because you could start calling people and more people could call more people. And so he uses this analogy quite a bit when talking about the XRPL. The more people there are on the RippleNet network, the more valuable and more useful it becomes. So again, wanted to thank the Cryptic Poet for that. Ripple just posted this. So this is an older Insights article here from their webpage from back in August, ensuring that our digital future is a sustainable one. I'm not going to get into this, but I wanted to kind of talk about the coincidental release of this article specifically, considering Davos is occurring this week. So this coming out from Ripple, XRP consumes just 0.0079 kilowatt hours of electricity per transaction. Learn how the digital asset can lead us into a fully digital future that ensures sustainable payment options for all. And this is no secret. We know this. We also know how inefficient Bitcoin is. And just to that point, this from James RULEXRP, Bitcoin mining is a dirty business because it wastes massive amounts of energy, industry analyst argues. And again, this is no surprise to us being in this space for a while. I just wanted to give you guys a sense of how much electricity Bitcoin uses for a transaction. So one Bitcoin transaction can generate the CO2 equivalent of 706,765 Visa credit card transactions, according to estimates from Digiconomist. When you also add in BTC's main use case as merely a speculative trading instrument and the numerous regulatory warnings it receives, it becomes difficult to conceive that the virtual currency could ever score reasonably high on ESG, Laurent argues. So Bitcoin, obviously not going to be a currency that people utilize for transactions. And this is no surprise, right? Especially when we have been told by Klaus Schwab and others that this great reset is happening, and they are using the beer flu pandemic to push this narrative forward. And one of the key factors that they keep reiterating is this idea of tackling climate change, making things more environmentally friendly so that we can sustain humankind on the planet, basically so that human beings don't kill ourselves off. So there's an urgent need for global stakeholders to cooperate in simultaneous managing and directing consequences of the beer flu crisis to improve the state of the world. The World Economic Forum is starting the Great Reset Initiative. And, this is no secret. I've done videos on this in the past. I'll link one up here in the top right-hand corner. So in this context, the beer flu, they say, and the political, economic, and social disruptions it has caused is fundamentally changing the traditional context for decision-making. The inconsistencies, inadequacies, and contradictions of multiple systems, from health and financial to energy and education, are more exposed than ever amidst a global context of concern for lives, livelihoods, and the planet. So just highlighting this idea, this environmentally friendly initiative that they want to move forward with. Leaders find themselves in an historic crossroads, managing short-term pressures against medium to long-term uncertainties. In the past, right, these big players in the space were concerned about making money. I was always kind of wondering to myself, what is their final MO with this great reset? Why is it that, because it's not money. The motivating factor at this point in the game is not money. All these people have so much money that they could live for centuries with the amounts of money that some of these people have accumulated over the years. And I was talking to somebody about this, and this idea that climate change is a big part of this. Digitizing money, yes, but mostly this climate change point has really stuck. And I thought to myself, these guys have it all. What is the last thing a super, super, super wealthy person needs in order to remain happy? And that is to be able to survive on planet Earth. If human beings are decimating the planet, well, what good is having all that money? Think about it for a second. This, again, part of the Great Reset Initiative. They are saying, of course, climate change, a big issue, and no doubt it is, but their motives are very, very different than what I think they're portraying to the rest of the world. Just think about it for a second. All this to say, Ripple's sustainable XRP cryptocurrency, obviously a very viable solution for this Great Reset, and we've talked about the connections. I don't want to sound like a broken record. XRP CryptoWolf brought this to our attention. Head of the Bank for International Settlements, Augustin Carsons, says Bitcoin might break down altogether. So again, this whole narrative, we're not talking about Bitcoin as being that transformative currency, although we are seeing banks, hedge funds, a lot of people investing in Bitcoin as that store of value. That is one thing altogether, but actually utilizing it as a currency, it'll never happen. And these Bitcoin maximalists, they still think it will happen. It'll never happen. It just won't. It can't. It's inefficient, environmentally unfriendly, and we know that is not the narrative that they are pushing. So this is what Augustin Carstens has to say. The chief banker at the Bank for Central Banks, Augustin Carstens, cast doubt on Bitcoin's long-term viability Wednesday, saying it was only a matter of time before a 51% attack brings down the world's original cryptocurrency. Carstens' comments, which he delivered at the Hoover Institute, underscored his belief that Bitcoin fails as a currency, a medium of exchange, and a value storage mechanism, working only as a speculative asset and seldom as money. He also issued a dire warning to would-be Bitcoin investors. The center cannot hold, he says. Above all, investors must be cognizant that Bitcoin may well break down altogether. Scarcity and cryptography alone do not suffice to guarantee exchange, he said. Carstens then levied a tax against the attributes that have kept Bitcoin running. He pointed out that sad side effect of Bitcoin's monstrous electricity dependence, which he said is as high as Switzerland's, where the Carstens organization, the Bank for International Settlements, is based. Bitcoin's proof-of-work mechanism currently burns through reams of energy. Carstens reserved particular bombast for what he framed as the inevitable system failure hard-coded into Bitcoin's 21 million issuance cap. Fewer coins getting minted means fewer miners processing transactions, he said, and confirmation wait times will go up. So too will Bitcoin's vulnerability to a majority attack. So clearly, if digital money is to exist, the central bank must play a pivotal role, guaranteeing the stability of value, ensuring the elasticity of the aggregate supply of such money, and overseeing the overall security of the system, he said. Bitcoiners were merciless in their rebuttal, and of course Bitcoiners are going to have their opinion on this matter too, but realistically it's no surprise that he is saying this. We've all known this from the beginning. The new financial system is going to run more efficiently, cheaper, more environmentally friendly, and there's already a cryptocurrency that does that, guys, and that is Ripple's XRP. Speaking to which, I wanted to bring this up to you. This coming from Victoria. She says this is just in, but let me remind you, this is actually from Paris's FinTech Forum from early 2020, about a year ago today, because it was happening January 27th and 28th of 2020. So this is a year old now, but listen to what Christine Lagarde has to say about Ripple and Circle particularly.
And I think in the banking system at large in many countries, the difference will not be between those who are disrupted and those who survive, but it will be between those who are cannibalized because they are not seeing it coming and they're not embracing it, and those who self-induce that cannibalization. And I'm using cannibalization on purpose because it's a bit of a striking, horrible word. But it's really what it means. It's you're going to disrupt your business model, you're going to change it, you're going to reduce your cost, you're going to expedite your transactions, and you're going to continue to inspire confidence because you will build that on the basis of an existing backbone, which is your bank and the confidence relationship that you've established with your customers. So that's where I see changes happening now. If you think of Circle and Ripples and all those, that's where they are active and helpful.
If you think of Circle and Ripple, that's where they're active and helpful. So Christine Lagarde, obviously the president of the ECB, the European Central Bank, calling out Ripple and Circle particularly because of their transformative technologies. Again, this clip from last year's Paris FinTech Forum. However, I did think it was apropos because I just saw this from the cryptic poet Ashish Burla says that Ripple is actively meeting and discussing CBDC strategies with several central banks around the world. Now, he links the full video here, but I wanted to play you guys this clip of Ashish Burla. Listen to what he has to say.
We know financial institutions, we know security, we know how to move money cross borders efficiently. I think that tapping into the local domestic CBDC projects, so again, CBDCs, central bank digital currency projects, are going to be in a further accelerant for adoption of Ripple technology. But we're going to be there. We're meeting and actively discussing that strategy with several central banks around the world. Super open to partnerships with companies like Ripple to help solve different aspects of the pain point there.
And so there you have it. Ashish Burla just recently said that Ripple is actively meeting and discussing CBD strategies with several central banks around the world. Now, this is new news. We know Ripple has partnered with several central banks around the world, but now that CBDCs are becoming a more viable option, it only makes sense that Ripple wants to jump on top of these opportunities, tell the governors of these central banks, hey, look, this is what we can do for you. Let's work together and create a strategy to make this happen. So some great new developments happening in the crypto space. Again, guys, please do come back this afternoon. I am going to make a video with regards to this GameStop phenomenon. We're going to look at XRP price. We're going to look at the crypto market. I have no doubt XRP is going to flourish, considering it doesn't seem like they have stopped, right? Ashish Birla commenting on CBDC strategies with central banks. All the while we continue to see Ripple partners partnering up with new clients to continue to push the internet of value. And of course, we know Bitcoin could never be that cryptocurrency that transfers value efficiently. This is why we're all invested in XRP, but that's just my opinion. I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.